life's a party. Life's always a party. Let's let the games begin, Paul.
The games? What are we playing?
NASA just got back from space.
Dude, I just like my NASA shirt. Nothing wrong with it.
We actually just got back from golfing.
We did. We golfed today.
Woodcrest, private course. We actually hopped the fence because it's a private course.
I don't know if we should say that.
And we played a quick 9. Real quick. We weren't allowed. It's private, so we just hopped the fence, threw my clubs over, played a quick 9.
I think
you shot like a 40-something. I shot like a 13, I think.
Yeah.
13 through 9.
You shot 9?
Every other hole
in one was every hole, yeah.
But let's get into the show. What do you say, Paul? Good to be a good show tonight or what? You're awfully quiet to start this
always a good show. Yeah, so let's start this bad boy off. Block 1, what do we got?
Ethical or hypothetical questions. Simple. We're just going to talk about hypothetical questions.
Okay.
Go through them. We have 8 of them. And then you just speak your mind. So first one. What 2 animals would you like to switch the sounds they make? So if you could switch any 2 animals, their sounds, which ones would they be?
Okay. For reference, these are going to get a little weird. I think
they could get weird.
I think play along, think about it. Make sure, you're thinking you got the clockwork working up there.
Are you stoned?
No. 2 animals.
Do you want to know mine?
Yeah, you go first. Let me think about it.
All right, so mine would be a hippo and a squirrel. Could you imagine the hippo go... Like the hippo.
A big animal.
What are they, 400 pounds?
Yeah.
They go...
More than that. Couple tons.
Dude, they just smash watermelons like it's their day job. So then the squirrel would be like, oh. Isn't that what hippos make?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe like a...
Oh.
It's like almost a whale.
Dory. Is that what a hippo makes?
No, it's more like a whale, but like that, I think both think.
All right, then give me your best hippo impression right now.
I don't know, man.
So we got the. Well, how much does a hippo weigh? Like 800 pounds?
No, dude, they are huge.
All right, so this picture one go, and then you pick a little tiny squirrel. Go. Oh.
Hippos weigh from 33 to 4,000 pounds.
Well, I'd say like 400.
You're like 400. It's a lot more, man.
Then I classify as a hippo if it's 400.
Oh, man.
All right, do you have your 2?
I like that idea. I think the best way you go with it is switch what's like a loud animal and like a small animal. So it's like
a lion.
Yeah, like I like the idea of like a roar. So like a lion or tiger.
Like a mouse.
And imagine like. No, a mouse is cool. I want to keep like a dolphin. Like,
what's up with you and dolphins?
I love.
I might say dolphins.
I love dolphins. What if like a dolphin would like roar? You'd see him in the ocean and they'd just be roaring, and then you see like a big tiger. He's like,
what is it's like Cardi B. Dolphins don't make Cardi B sounds.
So I don't know. I like
I kind of like that, a dolphin roaring, and then a tiger.
Like a tiger.
Number 2.
Wouldn't be scared of the tiger at all.
Number 2.
What weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could?
All right, don't judge me for this one.
Okay.
But hear me out.
Okay.
Peeing your pants.
Okay, why?
How many times have you been like, oh, I really have to pee? And you just wish you just pee your pants. Like, could you imagine if just peeing your pants
was like a normal thing?
Acceptable?
I mean,
like if you're in a long car ride, can't hold it to the next restaurant, pee your pants. It's acceptable.
And you feel a lot better.
If you're at the beach, I have a problem pissing in the ocean. I have a problem.
You can't pee in the ocean?
What happens is I stand there, and you can clearly see that I'm trying to go pee.
You just have to relax,
The way I'm standing, I'm not moving. Then when the wave comes crashing in, it's just like start, stop, start, stop, start. It just doesn't work out.
Dude, that's
so if
insane.
I'm just sitting in my beach chair and peeing in my pants is acceptable, I don't even have to go down to the water.
A lot of people do
pee
that.
my pants.
Well, you got to make sure that if your pants are wet, I feel like that's better. But no, I could see where I think going to the bathroom in general, it's like.
I'm not talking about shitting yourself.
No, but I wish you didn't have to I feel like that's a crisis sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like you can't find a bathroom.
But
you're on a long car ride.
Don't think I want that. Just because it's acceptable doesn't mean it's not going to stink.
You know anyone who pooped in the ocean before?
I don't.
I know some. It's one of our fans. We'll see if he's listening. I know a story about you. I'm not gonna say your name, but no, I know some people poop in the ocean too.
That's disgusting.
Sometimes you gotta go, dude.
Do dolphins poop?
Why? Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking about poop anymore. So what's your
Socially
weird
acceptable?
thing that you would make socially acceptable if
I
you
think
could?
the idea of like picking your nose should be socially acceptable. Like
It is socially acceptable.
no, like if you
I
see
pick my
someone
nose.
picking your nose in public, it's like that's fucking gross. Sorry, I'm just cursing. I'm like strong about this. Like it's like what are you like 4? It's like dude, like get a booger. Like you got a weird booger. You know,
I
you
pick
can't
my
breathe
nose.
or something. Get the booger, wash your hands, and move on with your life. Like socially acceptable. What do you think?
I think it already is because I pick my nose all the time.
Yeah.
No matter where I am.
think a lot of people
But I do it
pick their
discreetly.
nose.
I don't just sit there and go like that,
Yeah.
like in the public.
I think
Like,
a
I don't
lot
just
of
sit
people
there.
do.
but-
Somebody in high school was like, yo, like, I remember somebody saying something to me, and they're like, oh, yo, bro, like, when did you stop picking your nose? And I was like, I don't know, like, when I was a kid, he goes, oh, I still pick my nose. I'm like, you're 16. He's like, yeah. He's like, I just do it and then wash my hands. Like, everyone gets so tight about it. I feel like a lot of people do, and they all just keep it on the low. Like, it's not a normal
What
thing.
percentage of just the last thing on this? What
Okay.
percentage of people do you think eat their boogers?
That's I don't think that should be socially acceptable. I think that's a little gross.
But what percentage would you say? Like 40% of the population eat their boogers?
No, that's too high. I hope that's too high because that's gross. I want to say 30. No, 'cause- no. I think the population of like like being gay is 10%. So like
Really?
imagine how many people.
Oh, it's more than that then. Eat their boogers.
So you think? So what? Like
It's at least
20%?
42.
That's a lot of people, dude.
What about 42% of people have eaten a booger? We're not talking about this anymore. We're going to number 4.
Okay, it's
No, number
gross.
3.
Number 3.
If you could get a ticket to any show or an event, so a concert,
Yep.
sporting event, what would you want a ticket to go to? Anything in the world, Paul. You love theater.
I do.
You love concerts, musicians. You like going to sporting events. What's the one ticket that you want? I guess it could be a previous event or just a general one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick more of like a championship sporting event. I just think being at any one of those, like one of the 4 major sports, like final games.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, I think, be really cool.
I think Super Bowls are kind of
Any
overrated.
Game 7s, like I couldn't imagine being at
Yeah,
a game
Game
7 of
7's
like an
crazy.
NBA game, like an NBA Finals, like a Game 7, or even like the national championship game, like a NCAA. I think that would just be insane and a once in a lifetime kind of event. So I would pick one of those.
Just like
championship
how
games.
much is at stake for everyone. That's just crazy. Like that'd be like
Yeah.
staying up the whole time.
Like imagine you're at like that Villanova Game 7.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And like he wins the March Madness on a buzzer beater. It's literally Villanova.
Crazy.
Like I think that game would just be insane. So one of those championship games.
Yeah, I'm for sure with you on that. What about
What?
a Michael Jackson concert?
I think that'd be dope. I mean, it would have been dope.
Dude, that would be. I would love to see him. Is he considered probably one of the best performers of all time?
I think like it's him. I've seen
Prince.
Prince. I think I've seen those videos of Prince, like those older like Madonna. But I think there's a bunch of really awesome performers now.
Like
that I
Bruno
think-
Mars. I know you like his.
Dude, he's such a good performer. Even Taylor Swift, like if you're not a huge
I'm
Swift fan,
feeling 22.
like if you're not a huge Swiftie,
Copyright.
like I don't know. I've seen her live. My dad got tickets for us for Christmas as we went as a family. My 2 sisters were really like Taylor Swift, so this was
Yeah.
years ago, and I was just super impressed with like how good of a performer she is, and she's moving, dancing the whole time. Like her stuff's really cool. So they're doing a lot of amazing, live concerts now.
Who do you think the best country performer is right now? Thomas Rhett. I saw him. He was pretty good. But I mean, you've seen the more
I've seen Jason Aldean.
marquee people.
I've seen I
I
don't
don't see
think
Florida Georgia Line. You saw.
I've
didn't
seen
you?
Florida Georgia Line. I think with them in particular, I've seen them a few times. They're very, they're mainstream. Like they're country, but they're also country pop. I think
Yeah.
you could call it.
They're definitely country pop.
So their concerts are more like Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, like more lighting, more like theatrics. Where a normal concert, like Zach Brown, I think actually has a pretty boring concert, but I like their music and like that's but like
Yeah, I didn't like the Zach Brown band concert.
So I think that's a totally different thing. I've seen Luke Bryan, I've seen like Jason Aldean, and they're good country. Or Toby Keith, he was really theatrical. As an older guy too, but it's a totally different type of concert. You know what I mean?
I'd love to see John Legend. How about that?
I think
just him sit at a piano.
That's a totally different.
Him sit at a piano and just play music. That would be dope. All right, switching gears to the next one. Where are we at? 5?
4. No.
You're reading this one. We're at 5.
No, 4.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All right. So, would you want to live in a world where everyone's thoughts appeared as text above their head, like a text bubble, or a thought bubble idea?
First of all, if that was a thing, I'd be screwed.
I think everyone would be screwed.
But I wouldn't want to see what people are thinking. Like, that's their opinion. I'm a person who doesn't really care about someone else's opinion.
That's good. That's a good thing.
So if that's your opinion, I don't even want to know about it. I don't really care, to be honest. So I don't really care to see your thought bubble while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Be like, oh, this guy's a douchebag. Like, I don't want to see
or
that.
Or you're talking to someone, right, and their thought bubble's going, and they're just like, oh, like, what am I doing for dinner? Like, it's like,
not even
well,
listening.
screw you. Okay, yeah.
So would you like it? I definitely would.
I don't think most people like it. I think it's too risky. I think I think most people get a lot of trouble. I say no.
What if it was you could see the thoughts of the person, of anyone else? I don't know how to put this.
What if you could so you could only look at one person at a time and you could choose who, but if you miss out on someone else's thing, then you don't see it. But you could be like, hey,
you get like a limit of 5 a day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like that's like a cool thing. That's totally different.
I'm gonna use mine now.
It's like,
you're ugly. Oh, God damn it.
Or you're on a first date, right? You're on a first date. It's like, all right, I'm using it at dinner. But she doesn't know. She'll have no clue you used it.
She's like, oh my God, is this almost over?
So I think black people
definitely
get in trouble.
A no-go on that.
No go.
Okay, so would you choose to become more intelligent if it meant you were genuinely or generally unhappier? So would you rather be more intelligent and lose some happiness, or just be what you are now and be happy? Is that pretty much what it's saying?
Yeah. It's basically if you want to be smarter, but you're sacrificing your intelligence. Or you're sacrificing your happiness by being intelligent. I think I'd be fine now. Like, I don't think I need to be smarter. I think it'd be nice to know more stuff, but at the same time, like, at the end of the day, who really cares?
I don't think a lot of people would choose to be smarter and lose happiness. Like, what's the benefits of just being more intelligent and being not happy?
I think it depends on how you use it. Like, if you're using it for, like, monetary value.
It's not saying you could be smarter and be unhappy. It's you be smarter and just unhappier. So you can still be happy and raise your intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I just see it more as like you're sacrificing your happiness for intelligence.
Yeah, I'm always trying to maximize my happiness.
Yeah, agreed.
So in any way I don't maximize my happiness, then there's no point in me taking that route.
I'd rather be happy than super smart.
All right, so we're agreeing on that.
I like this one a lot. This is a weird one, but I like this one.
You want me to set it up for you then?
No, I mean I could.
Okay, you could do it.
Okay. So if your dog or cat suddenly spoke one sentence and then never spoke again, what would be the most unsettling sentence they could say?
I don't have
a
pet, but I would say I think we're both on the same page. If your dog just came up to you in the kitchen and was just like, I fucking hate you, and never said anything to you after that, like, that was it. That's got to be the most heart-wrenching moment of your life.
I think
the dog that you adore just said that they effing hate you, and just that was it. They walked away.
So Ryan, before the show, Ryan was like telling me a few. He's like, oh, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And he told me this one. I'm like, dude, that's what I said. I'm like, dude, just imagine your pet and just be like, yo, like, I want to leave. Like, I hate you. Let's leave. Like, I don't want to be your dog. It's like, what? Like, you lose it. You'd be like, okay, like, you're basically holding your pet hostage at this point.
What else would be really unsettling if they said something? The food you give me is shit.
Yeah, like, insulting you in any way where all you see, a lot of people like their pets.
You're not fun at all.
Yeah. or it's like I've seen you naked and you're ugly. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff like you do to your pet that like you just, you know what I mean?
Your stroke game is weak.
Yeah. I see what you do when you're alone, you piece of shit. Like literally roast you, bro. Like
what if your dog? Just picture a dog coming up to you, just doesn't say anything but, "I'm calling the cops." Like what?
So I think just any type of insult or like that kind of thing.
Then like if he says like, "I'm calling the cops," then that's all he says, and then you're thinking like, "What does he know that I did?"
What does he know that I did, bro?
Like I'm done. That was funny.
I'm gonna frame you for murder. Like what?
Like if it was just something that was like open ended. That's funny. All right, so
I shit in the house and you have no clue where it is. Like just like you would lose your mind, bro.
Oh man, that's funny.
What's the next one?
All right, so if you could snap your fingers and make any species go extinct, which species would you choose? Probably that dog.
Yeah.
If he said some of the stuff what we were saying.
I think this is kind of like messed up. It's like, all right, like who don't you need? Who you gotta get rid of? Who do you not? Who's not beneficial? At
I'll
all
tell you
to the
who's not
ecosystem?
beneficial.
Who?
Ostriches. You got to get rid of those
Dude,
things.
they're dope.
They are the scariest species. How do you? If an ostrich comes up to me, how am I fighting it?
You're not. It's killing you. They're strong as hell,
Don't they run like?
and they run 60 miles an hour.
They're the scariest animal I have ever seen in my entire life. I have nightmares of ostriches just chasing me. Like, they're
I
just
can see that.
giant birds.
I can see that. No, they're definitely they're terrifying.
Yeah. So they're the species.
I like
get rid
feel
of them.
bad. It's like what? Like who?
I don't feel bad for ostriches.
Who do you want to get rid
Let's
of?
get rid of them.
I see like benefits of some animals. Renee, my girlfriend. She was talking about. We saw someone had a possum as a pet. It was like on TikTok.
Screw that.
She's like, "Oh, so cute." I was like, "Dude, possums are ugly. Like they're ugly. They're gross. Like whatever." I mean, I don't know too much about them. I know they do like benefit though. They benefit the ecosystem somehow. Like they take care of stuff. And, like same with raccoons.
They got like rabies.
like yeah, like raccoons are the same way. Like they're gross. Like you know what I mean. But they definitely benefit the thing. The ecosystem.
Ostriches gotta go, dude. They're just scary.
I don't know. Like I could do without like a bunch of animals probably. Like I could do without the donkey. Like I don't need a donkey in my life.
The donkeys are kind of cute.
Nah, you get a little pony, bro. You don't need a little donkey.
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 All right, last one. Last one for hypothetical questions.
Questions. Last one.
You're reading it. I don't know why you're just delaying
If your life was made into a movie, which actor would play you?
You go first. I didn't even think of one yet. Maybe you could help me. Probably someone funny. I'm pretty funny, Paul.
Okay, so you're looking at a comedic actor. I like that. That's a good
comedian. I mean, they don't have to look like me. Who just has a personality like me? I don't know. Do you know yours?
No.
What about Jake Gyllenhaal?
Wow, Jake Gyllenhaal. I was thinking of like Jonah Hill or like Seth Rogen.
Oh, for me?
No,
I was
for me.
thinking Jake Gyllenhaal for you.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking for me like I love Seth Rogen. Like if Seth Rogen could play me, that's
Yeah,
dope.
but you guys don't have the same personality. You just want him.
You don't need. He's an actor.
Oh, so
dude.
it's like what made in the movie which actor? Oh, he could just.
he's an act. He's gonna act.
Then I want like
Pick who you
Leo
want.
or Brad Pitt to be mine.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, that's the life. That guy.
Brad
right there.
Pitt could probably play my life in it as a movie pretty well.
Okay.
That'd be a pretty dope ass movie.
Okay.
If Brad Pitt was me. I'll roll with that. I'll go Brad Pitt.
I like Seth Rogen. I think he's just a dope guy. I would like him to play me.
That's funny.
Okay. I think that who would you like want you?
Yeah, if you're sitting there watching at home, who do you think would
play you,
play you in your movie? You might have a movie later.
maybe you do something famous in the future and you don't know it yet. There you go. Pick it now before they're gone.
What?
Pick the actor now before he's
Before they
taken.
die.
Before.
Don't say what you're gonna say.
Block 2. We're moving on.
I saw something bad coming.
All right, so we were doing some hypothetical questions. What about some ethical questions? Let's make you think a little bit.
Are you an ethical person?
I think so. I think I have like good morals.
I was asking them at home. I wasn't talking to you.
Shit. Do you?
But are you an ethical person?
Think about it. We're done thinking. First question. You wanna go?
All right. If someone, if something at a yard sale is far more valuable than the posted price, do I then have to let the seller know that he's selling it at a lower price than what it's really valued?
Absolutely not.
You're not telling him?
No way in hell.
So let's just say he's got a baseball card.
Okay.
He's selling it for $25. You look online, this thing's worth $10,000. You're gonna buy it for $25, knowing that it's $10,000.
This is what I would do. I would.
I didn't think I would
buy. I'd buy the card, sell it for $10,000, and give him like $1,000.
I like that.
And tell him later, be like, "Here's $1,000. I appreciate you, but I'm sorry."
You know what I would do? I would buy the card for $25. So therefore, the card is now mine. and I go, sir, this is worth $10,000, you dumbass.
Tell him straight up.
I'm about to make $10,000 off this thing. So do your research next time. Learn your lesson.
I saw.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I would do what you did.
Nah, I think like at least give him something. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's a good ethical.
That's hard, dude. I don't think anyone's giving up that type of money. I mean, if you're smart, that's you're being more.
What?
You're being smarter about the situation. You know what I mean?
It's hard to swallow that. If there's people out there that would buy the card for $25, not tell the person, sell it for $25,000, and feel good about it.
What's hard about that too is like, why should you not do it when you know 90% of people would do it? It's like that's a weird thing to swallow. It's like I don't want to. I'm gonna like lose. Like you're basically losing that situation. So that sucks. But next one.
What if it was something? Wait, one last thing. So what if it was something you didn't want to buy,
but you're just making a profit off of it?
What if it was something that you didn't want to buy, or let's say you show up to a yard sale, you only have $100.
Okay.
The thing he has listed is for $2,000. I mean, probably unrealistic, but he's got something listed for $2,000. Say it's a autographed book.
Okay.
By I don't know. Who's
autographed like Harry Potter book or something?
J.K. Rowling autograph.
Yeah.
It's listed as $2,000. You don't have enough money to buy it at the yard sale.
Okay.
You Google just to see what kind of price it is, if it's right. It could sell for $50,000. You let them know then, right? Or do you?
I talk to everyone I know
to gather $2,000.
Get $2,000. Tell them.
But you don't. You're not a Harry Potter guy. You're not a book guy. You just.
Doesn't matter. I think if you see that profit, if you see that in your face, I think most people will try to take that scenario, like take advantage of it.
So you would probably hit up one of your friends who likes Harry Potter and be like,
I'd call my dad.
So you
tell him, yo, I need $2,000. I'll give you half. Split it. Maybe you don't have the money. It's just like a loan, right? He puts you up front. Then
who's he? Your dad or the person?
No, my dad. My dad listens to these. Give me $2,000. We'll buy the book. We'll split it.
And then you don't tell the person at all.
Absolutely not.
Damn, that's cold.
I'll give the guy $5. I'll give the guy
$5.
$5,000. No, but I feel like that's stupid. If you were selling something
$5.
If you're selling something that high, like even $2,000, like he should know that it's like worth more. You know what I mean?
True.
Like everyone looks up that stuff.
All right. Second ethical question: is it considered stealing to take pens from a bank, or let's say extra napkins from a fast food restaurant?
No. No. Do you know how many people? I think that's the thing. Like everyone tries to take advantage of it. They take extra
ketchup,
sauce, sauce packages.
These places be charging like 25 cents for an extra sweet and sour McDonald's.
Some people do that. Yeah. You go to a hotel. You ever watch Friends?
People take shit all the time from hotels, like the soap. Is that stealing then?
No. That you paid for that room. Everything in that room you paid for. Just like I think McDonald's, same idea. Like they definitely have that price factored in there. They're not giving away free ketchup. Like your burger probably has about 10% or 10% of that overall price is towards ketchup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think any of that's stealing. The bank, no, dude.
The napkins are always out. So I mean, napkins are expensive. I'm trying to think
They're
of like
not
at
expensive.
McDonald's, they have the certain stuff that's already out. So you got the napkins, the ketchup. So I don't think it's not stealing.
No, I don't think it's. I think it's part. Everything there is a built-in price. Take advantage of it. Take your stuff. Get the hell out.
I'm just trying to think of like different scenarios or places that it would be kind of more like. Remember we went golfing the other day, and they had that nice booklet. Oh, you didn't come with us. They had like a nice booklet where it broke down each hole. It was like a pamphlet, but it was sitting in like a gray box. So each page, it was a nice like manual on each hole, and it broke it down, had a
like
summary
where all the
on
yardages are and stuff like that. Yeah, they're dope.
So I just picked 2 up, put it in my pocket, and like walked out. But it felt like I was stealing them.
Like you should leave them in the cart. Like they're not for people to take.
No, we went in the pro shop to pay, and they were sitting in like a clear bin, no price tags anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But to me, like that's something that they just give out. But it felt like I just might have stole that.
I think, like I said, I think everything's built in. If people are giving away stuff for free, there's no way it's not somehow built in, or that they're or they're just trying to show more customer service, or they want you to come back. Like, so from now on, you'll probably remember that place.
Yeah.
Which might make you come back and spend more money. So I think there's something in there that I don't think it's stealing.
Yeah, but it just felt different because it was like a nice material.
When you go to the bank, how many pens do you take?
A lot.
Probably take at least 2.
It's not stealing.
No, it's stupid. Next one, ethical questions. Is it unfair to move into a better or open seat at a sporting event or concert? So, you're at a Phillies game, right? You buy the cheap ticket. You get the $10 ticket, and your back's against the wall all the way up at the 300 section or whatever it is, right?
Score's 22-2.
Yeah. Most people left. You're still there. You're like, yeah, I could probably sneak down and get a better seat for the last 3 innings. Do you do it?
Is it unfair? Yes. Will I do it? Yes.
I think at that point.
Will I stop doing it? No. But it's unfair. It is really unfair, though.
Like, you paid for a cheap ticket. Like, you know what I mean?
I get angry if I'm the other person. So say I'm 3 rows off the field, and it's a blowout. Everyone's leaving. I pay $150 a pop for each seat. Then these kids with baseball gloves, rubber gloves, with their jerseys and eye black on, come up from 2 levels down, and they're loving it and sitting there, and they just paid $10 for a seat, and we're sitting right next to each other watching the same game. That shit makes me mad.
I can see
At the same time, I'm that kid.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's a tough one.
No, I feel that. I feel, I've tried to do it tons of time, like sneak into lower seating.
You always do it.
Always. I mean, dude, if it's there, like do it. Like
you're like mid-concert packed house. You were trying to move up. Remember that one time we went to Dirks Bentley? It was.
Yeah, we went to a concert and I was telling Ryan. I think were we in the lawn? Did we get lawn?
Yeah,
no. We got tickets from Wally. Oh, it was the XTU concert.
Show?
Yeah, it was the XTU concert or something. We got tickets somehow, and we were like towards the back, and I'm sitting there with Ryan. I'm like, dude, like everyone's mosh pitting, like let's just move up. And he's like, what? And I was like, dude, like we're halfway through the concert, like let's just move up, like let's go. And he was like,
and I'm always like that, like I don't want to get in trouble with that shit. I'm like, see, I'm the more ethical one. I'm like, we didn't pay, because you got to realize every row you move up, that's at least $20.
It's another.
It's literally one row is $20, another $20.
Pay bracket. I agree. Yeah.
So I'm moved up like 30 rows.
Yeah, I'm trying to move up.
That's like at least 30 times what we paid for our tickets.
So I've done this once. I think this falls into a smart category though. My dad, he's listening. He did this one time. So he was like, these tickets are too expensive, but he wanted to get seats for everybody. So he got a family of 4, but we got single tickets. So like I filled like a ticket, and then 10 rows back, Laura's in a seat. 15 rows to the left, like Morgan's in a seat. We all got different tickets, right? We filled the single seats that are a little cheaper because they're trying to fill them.
Yeah.
And who's sitting by themselves?
Yeah, no one goes to the game by themselves.
Right? But I think it was Florida Georgia line. But, once the concert's up, everyone's standing up. Nobody actually sits in their seat, like especially towards the front. So my dad's like, all right, let's buy the single tickets. When everyone gets up, we'll move closer. Guess what? We did. And we got great seats. Like, got to see them really close. So you can be smart, cheat the system a little bit. I mean, there's so many people doing it. Might as well take advantage of it. Like, do it. It's not gonna hurt anyone. Who's it gonna hurt?
Ethically, it hurts my soul to do it. Like, you even said, like, you had to, like, pull my teeth though, and I was like, because then I feel weird in that seat, and then I'm worrying about if someone went to the snack stand real quick, and then they're gonna come back, and they're gonna be like, that's my seat, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm back there.
Have you ever done that where you're in, you know, like you're at a Phillies game, right, and you're in a certain row, and you see like 2 full rows down 10 rows that you're like, you know what, let's just sit there. And like, you know, it's the 3rd inning. Like, no one's been there all game. Go take the damn seat, and then you're waiting the whole time. They're like, yo, these guys gonna show up? Like, it's the 5th inning, and you're still waiting for them to show up. You're like, you're not coming.
Because there are those families that roll in, little 2-year-old with his backpack and a little bucket ice cream. 4th inning, haven't seen a pitch yet, and they're coming into the game. Like, dude, you guys just missed 4 ends of baseball.
You're in my seat, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where have you been for half the game?
They're in
my seat now.
They're in the playground. All right, last one here. Kids show. It's getting rated R for this.
Kids
show. Is it okay to fantasize about someone else when you're with your partner?
This should be a clear answer. I'm really curious to see, like, especially with all the questions, what the listeners think of. You know, I'm really curious to see. Like, I want to just maybe do some polls on Instagram. Like, put these up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think this would be dope. We can put these up and see what you guys think. This last one should be a guaranteed 100% in one direction.
I agree with you.
What is this? What? What are you gonna say?
But what if you're like struggling to get there?
I think that's.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. There's people out there that do it.
I know. There for sure. I agree. I know it's not like a totally out of the ballpark scenario.
But the answer is
should be no. The answer should be absolutely no.
It's especially bad if it's like your wife or your husband.
Yeah, you gotta talk to them
or
about
like
that.
A long relationship.
Maybe add a third party in there.
Because I know,
figure out something else, man.
I've seen a lot of like TikToks and YouTube videos where people do it all the time. Like one night stands, they'll say that they have think of somebody else,
like a hall pass or
hall pass.
Yeah, you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, it was not a good movie though.
They got in a fight, like 2 couples or whatever, and the wife said, "Oh, if you think you're so like handsome or a stud, they're like 45. Like go to the bar, go hit on someone. Like you have the hall pass for the night, whatever." And it's a funny movie. I think it's with like Owen Wilson or whatever, Jason Sudeikis. I don't know, but it's like a stupid movie where they realize like they're 45, like they ain't hitting on nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying like people who aren't dating, they do it a lot.
If you're not dating,
is it ethical?
They're just being scumbags. No, still scumbags. Dude, you're having a one night stand. You can't focus on the girl you're with. That's a little messed up. Like,
well, what if you're having issues getting to the destination?
Kick her the hell out. You're not like, or kick them out. Like if it's a girl and some dude's over and you're like, oh, so
then what's the difference of like forgetting her name, or like what's the difference? Would a girl rather them forget their name or call them a wrong name? Or rather than think about someone else. I think they would rather them think about someone else than get called the wrong name.
The only reason is because then they don't know. Like if they're like, oh, this is happening, but it's not going to hurt my feelings because I don't know, then it's fine. But obviously if you're whatever and you say, oh, Rachel, and she's like, my name's Karen. It's like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like she's probably going to get mad. She'll leave or whatever. Like, it's just not a good scenario.
Yeah, we'll have to put these up and see what
I think it's a great idea. We'll put these up as polls because I want to see what the listeners think.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be dope.
Switching gears to movie of the week.
All right, so what do we see this week, Ryan?
We saw my movie.
Your movie?
Tenet.
Okay, we did. We both went to the movie theaters this week for the first time in a while.
In a while.
No,
it was good. It was I forgot how expensive popcorn and soda was at the movies.
I'm happy that
$40.
We split everything.
20 for a ticket and 20 for large popcorn, large. So I was like, damn,
dude, we spent 60.
60.
Our tickets were 30.
30.
And our snacks were 30. We got a large bucket of popcorn.
Well, you messed up. I saw Renee got the nachos.
Dude, she
loves
it.
The problem is they got the bag and there's like 5 chips in there.
Because they don't want to put the chips in the, like all the
They
all
used to back in the day, just load that thing up.
Yeah.
Now they give you like the bag.
They have to, now too.
It's a
So we
ripoff.
spent like $60. I go to the movies with AMC A-list. I spend like $10, dude.
I think we both went to Regal.
I think Regal's the only theater chain that's open right now.
Yeah, we were looking all over in Regal.
So, if you're listening, most likely you're from New Jersey. Governor Murphy just opened movie theaters on Friday. But a lot of the theaters still aren't ready to be open. So, like the AMCs, the Cinemarks, they're not opening until next week or the following. Regal said we're ready to go. So Regal was really the only one that was available. Which one did you go to?
We went up by TCNJ. So.
Okay.
So we went that one. But were you the only ones in the movie theater?
No, we had maybe like 4 or 5 parties that went in.
Wow. So it was me and Gab, and then there was just one other couple of two top left.
Okay.
And so, but we still wore our masks during the movie.
What time was your showing?
9
o'clock,
like 9:15.
Okay.
So we would just take our mask off to have the popcorn, and I was like, I'm not taking any risk. I'll just leave my mask on. It's not gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Even though we're like the only ones in here, I was like, I don't know, but it was a good time.
Yeah, we went to Renee and I, my girlfriend. We went to Regal in Morristown. We went to the one in the Morristown Mall. It's actually a lot closer than I thought. It's like only 20 minutes away. But I feel like where we're living in Stratford, there's so many close movie theaters. But the Regal, I haven't been to a Regal in years. We had a family. It was like a mom, dad, and a kid, probably like 15, like 13,
Little kid.
little guy,
18.
It was us and another couple, and then maybe like 3 other people. So it was like 4 or 5 like groups.
So it's not that crowded out there. So trying to get out there and see a movie.
Yeah, I mean everything was pretty.
They had hand sanitizers put in everywhere.
Yeah, normal. I think movie theaters just like everything you've been seeing out. Hand sanitizers there, the markers on the ground, the markers in the bathrooms that have like the stalls.
They blocked off each
hand washing
every
station.
other stall.
Yeah,
so it's like you can't use the same one next to each other. So they're definitely taking caution to the COVID-19 shenanigans.
Have you seen shenanigans? Have you seen that thing where they like the urinals? So it's like 3 urinals or whatever, and they're putting a do not use in the middle one, and they're like, using for social distancing, and everyone's like, bro, if you were in a men's room, like that already was a social distance urinal. No one's using that middle one.
But we don't want to talk too much about the movie because it is a new movie.
Yeah, so
but it is complex, to say the least.
Definitely. I mean, as I said, I love going back to the movie theater. I was super pumped. Regal has some great seats. Like our Regal especially was newly renovated. We sat in the back row.
They reclined pretty far too.
Sat in the back row, and I was just happy to be back in the movie theater. So I'm glad they're open. Limited capacity isn't bad. You know what I mean? Not too many lines. Like not too bad at all. So. Theater going experience, like, what do you think? Like, maybe like a grade, like an A, B, C. Like, what do you feel? Normal?
Felt pretty normal. I mean, it wasn't crowded, so I'd give it an A.
It's even better like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, literally, we're the only ones in the theater. It was a 9 o'clock on a Friday night.
And no one's there.
No one was there. We had our own movie theater. It was just like I was like the recliner. I would just say make sure you bring like hand sanitizer.
That's smart.
I mean, I know they probably clean the whole theater in between shows for like the recliner, but I mean, even me and Guy were just like, wish we just had hand sanitizer on us.
That's
like,
smart. Even like wipes, like wipe down like those buttons and stuff.
Just for safety. I mean, because you're eating the popcorn, so you never know. You just touch the recliner, adjust your seat, boom, popcorn. It's just like,
and then in your mouth, you're like literally feeding yourself.
Feeding yourself death.
Yikes. We went to like a 6 o'clock showing on a Sunday. We like I said, the theater was actually pretty full. Like I mean, it wasn't full, but there's not that many seats in that theater, like with the recliners. But yeah, definitely like a normal theater going experience. I had no issues. I didn't mind wearing the mask at all. I ate like 70% of the film. I feel like I barely had it on because I was eating the whole time.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, so Tenet. So let's overall thoughts of the film. Like, do we want to give a synopsis like we usually do, or?
Well, we gave it. What was the one thing that I said to you? Because I saw it before you, like a day, but I saw it 2 days before you. So what was the 2 things that I said that I texted you about the movie?
Yeah, so I was like, how's the movie? And you go, it's complex. And it moves fast as hell. Like, it's just a fast-paced movie.
And I said it was loud as hell.
You did say it was, that's what you said. You said it was loud. and you're like,
dude, that's what Christopher Nolan's known for.
yeah. So Christopher Nolan was the director of this film, and it's a lot. I mean, if you've seen other films like of his, I mean, Inception is another really popular one. Won Academy Award for Best Cinematography. The score was amazing. I loved Inception, and I think this movie, if you like Inception, it's very similar. Like it's almost another aspect where Inception talks about dreaming and like people going into dreams. Well, this has a time turning like aspect to it where it's messing with time manipulation. So, shot beautifully.
Dude, the shots are beautiful.
Great.
I mean, you can't get much better.
It's beautiful.
There's not much better than what, like, just the beginning when they go on that little boat.
Yeah.
And they're shooting in the. Do you know where this movie was shot? I don't know. I was thinking.
I think
it's literally every shot is beautiful. It's just like when I say this shit is complex, it's so complex. Like it's very confusing, but you at the same time you know it's like brilliant. Like you know it's just like so different.
I agree.
In a way that it's so good. It does progress at a fast pace. So the main actor, my boy Ricky Jerry, what's his real name? Something Washington, Denzel's son. He progresses really fast. So he gets to point A to point B to point C, different locations in a matter of seconds. So you're not really seeing him get to the, like it's just really boom, 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 bada boom, bada bing. So it is hard to follow. And my thing is that the sound of the movie, I didn't know this was Christopher Nolan's thing to like blare the theater. Like I'm sitting there looking for a remote to turn the screen down. It's that loud.
Yeah.
And then some of the actors and actresses have certain how they talk. Certain how they talk accents. Thanks for your help, Paul.
Yeah.
They have certain accents where it's kind of hard to go and like understand what they're saying.
It was definitely hard to understand certain scenes where it's like very fast paced. They're explaining a lot, and then the music's blaring. And I was like, I'm trying to pay attention because the film moves at an extremely rapid pace. Where it's like, there's a really cool shot where they're kind of, I think it's in the beginning, maybe the first 30 minutes, and there's three characters explaining like what's going to happen. And they're like, oh, how are we going to do this? And it's a full camera rotating like fully around them, but they're not moving. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are you saying? Because it's just so loud. I was like, dude, I couldn't even
understand what Robert Pattinson was Robert Pattinson?
Yeah,
was saying half the time. It's because you said it's like the levels. Like the action scenes are so freaking loud, and then you get the dialogue really quick, and it's really soft, and then it's back to action. It's like, I can't hear you, and you have a different accent than the last person that just talked.
So, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. Like, I might have to see this movie 2 more times just to fully, not even fully, like half understand it.
I think
that shouldn't deter you from going to see the movie. It's great shot, good movie. You know it's brilliant, but it's tough to watch.
I think Inception, when it first came out, was the same way too, where a lot of people were like, I want to go see that again, just because now you know it, and you can kind of pick out a lot of the nuances. I think specifically with this movie, because of the way it deals with time and time manipulation, that because you know the plot, you'll understand it going back at a second time, because you'll be like, oh, that makes sense because this is happening then and that's happening that, and like there's a lot that's going on.
Wait, one thing I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson had an interview or something. He said there's no time traveling in the movie.
There isn't. There's no time travel in the movie.
I don't understand that.
So the way... Hold on. Let me...
So, you go.
So, let's talk real quick. So, like, basically, written and directed Christopher Nolan. Brilliant and critically acclaimed and well-respected person in the industry. And I think that's why this movie, like, is just as good as it is.
He did Dark Knight, too, right?
He did the Dark Knight trilogy. He did Inception. He's done a bunch of other films. He did... Dunkirk, like a bunch of other films. This movie stars John David Washington, so that's our main character.
That's the guy.
Robert Pattinson and Elizabeth Debicki. They're like your main 3 characters in the film, and then her husband's like pretty big in the film too, as your like main antagonist. Synopsis, again, is armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world, a protagonist journeys through the twilight world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. So, by the synopsis, you can tell it's complicated. Like, it's definitely, it's very in-depth. But once you get there and you're understanding everything unfold, I think it's so interesting. And there's so many different levels to it, and it's just really cool to look at it. I think it's going to go down as one of those films that's like, oh, wow. Like, you're going to watch it a few times and realize the brilliance of it. And it deals with time. Like, we've talked time on the show. If you know this, like, we've talked about time travel. I love the idea of time. My favorite movie is Back to the Future. I just watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Go check that out. That's an amazing, like, funny film about time travel. And this is in that realm, but there is no time travel in the movie. The way they describe time is basically like it's always moving forward for you, but you can move back in time.
Right.
But it's still forward for you. You know what I mean?
You can go back, not anyone. It's only these certain people can go back into time and basically change the outcome of the people who are moving linear.
Correct. So there's this idea in the film where it's like the direction of something. So like a bullet, they explain it with the bullet, and I think they explained it really well. Where
this movie is wild.
There's a bullet, right, and its trajectory when you shoot it goes forward, but you can reverse the trajectory, so it's an inverted bullet, which means it goes back into the gun, and it's not traveling like back in time; it's just moving in reverse. So it's not moving like forward; it's moving backward now.
The movie's insane.
It's not like traveling through time; it's just going different direction. I tried to explain it to my mom. I gave her like 3 cents. She goes, I'm already done. Like, too complicated for me. But I think if you're into movies, you're into complicated plots, and just like good storytelling, all you got to do is pay attention. Like, you just got to pay attention, follow it.
I mean, it's labeled under sci-fi. Yeah. It's a sci-fi movie.
But it moves super fast. We talked about it. The pacing is really fast, and you just have to pay attention.
Yeah,
if you don't, you're gonna get lost, and you're not gonna like it. Like,
are we rating it?
Anything else you want to talk about it? Action sequences?
There's really not much I could talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really want to give anything away.
It's just crazy, like, how they film the action scenes
in
reverse is like, what the?
I can't wait to see, like, Inception. They have this, in that movie, they have a really cool scene where they're fighting, but the room is turning, and they're like, they have, like, anti-gravity, like, they're, like, rolling around on these walls, and the filming process behind it was really cool, behind the scenes. And I can't wait to see the behind the scenes of this film because the fight sequences
it's crazy,
are insane. One guy looks like he's fighting while he's like forward, so he's punching, and the other guy is fighting in reverse, so he's like punching backwards. Like it's absolutely insane.
It's insane.
So
the movie's insane. Go see it. And it's a good movie to just discuss with friends.
I think, yeah, a lot to discuss.
Maybe like if you're out at a party, like, do you see Tenet? And then boom, there's an hour and a half conversation to talk about what the hell just happened in that movie. And it's not one of those confusing movies that suck.
No.
Like, you know the director is on money right now. You know that the sound, Travis Scott has a sound or a song on film? Like the A+ top hits right now.
Dope.
Travis Scott has like the song at the end of the movie. So that's a top song out right now. The shots are incredible. The actors and actresses are amazing in it.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing that holds it back a little bit is just how complex it is. Like, I think it would be even like, it is a blockbuster, but I feel like it would be even more of a blockbuster if it was simplified for more of an audience. Because some Americans
it's not as mainstream because of its complexities.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
so I'm saying if it was more simplified, it'd be even more hyped and more of a blockbuster than what it even already is.
Agreed.
But that's what I got away from it. We want to rate it real quick.
Yeah.
You go first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first this week. I thought about it because I know we always do these. And growing up, my dad would know this too. I've been literally referencing my dad. You better listen to this episode a lot. He would always kind of piss me off, but he knew he was doing it. Where I'd go to the movie theater with my dad a lot when I was younger, and he would say, "Oh, like, what'd you give it? Like 1 out of 10?"
Yeah.
And I would hate that. I'd be like, don't put me on the spot, like whatever. And now all we do is rate these, and I'm just like, is it too high? Is it too low? Like, what is it? And I think this will go down as like one of those films. I'm really curious about its Oscar stuff. I want to say 9. I want to say 9.5.
Yo!
9.5.
Dude, that is high.
I think it's brilliant, and I love the not time travel because it's not, but I love the time like aspect of it.
I knew you were gonna love it after I saw it. I didn't even know because I didn't watch the trailer going into it.
Yeah, I think you were way confused. Because even Renee said something to me. She's like, I don't think Ryan really knew what he was getting himself into.
I just like John David Washington.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
There we go. I got it. I finally got it. Put some respect on his name. But I was so hyped about him that I wasn't even really sure what the movie was about. Funny. And I'm sitting there like, what is this?
What's your story?
I could talk about so much more, like the opening scene and stuff, but I don't want to give it away.
Maybe we can talk about it like later. Like maybe give it like a month or something. Like I'd love to go back to it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
Okay, I think that was good. I think it's in the 9s.
It's without a doubt.
You can't deny it.
You can't deny it.
Spicy.
Yeah, I had high expectations going into it, even though I didn't know what it was going or what it was about.
That's so funny.
I mean, I'll go see this weekend again.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the point where it's like I need to see this again.
I think you'll get a lot out of the second viewing. So go see it. Go to theaters. It deserves to be shown on a big screen. And I think that's why I didn't go to home release like a lot of other films did. It deserves to be shown on a big screen. All right, so next thing we want to talk about is our contest. So we did a contest last week.
And no one did it.
And nobody did it.
No entries. That could have meant that one of you listening to this right now just could have posted anything. It could have been you just going on a little walk.
Anything, and you would have won. $25 Amazon gift card.
You could have just sang your ABCs and put at Life's a Party podcast, and you would have won a $25 gift card to Amazon.
So, and the thing is, I know people listen. Because people reach out to me and talk about it, so I know y'all are listening.
So we're simplifying the contest.
We're gonna make it easier for y'all. We still want to give out $25 gift card to Amazon, and what we're gonna do is this episode. This is our 9th episode. We're gonna post it on our Instagram. We want y'all to share it. So share it on your Instagram stories. Like share the Spotify link. Super easy when you go to Spotify, press share, Instagram stories, decorate it however you want, add us.
You don't even have to decorate it, just hit share.
Dude, I think you could talk about, like, anything you liked about the episode, anything you want to put in it, but you don't have to. Just share it, put our Instagram name in, or like on the story, at Life's a Party Podcast, all underscores in between the words, as you know. And just share it. And do it before Friday. What we're going to do is we're going to...
for everyone that puts us on their story, which basically today, Tuesday, we posted this on our story.
Yeah.
You literally just hit share, add to your story, and you get your name written down on a piece of paper, and we're going to put it in a bucket or a hat, and we're going to draw a name from that hat for everyone who shared our podcast link or Spotify link on their page for Instagram or their story.
Yeah.
And then whoever we pick out of the hat wins the $25 Amazon gift card.
So super easy entry.
We'll video it too, so we're not cheating.
Yeah.
And we'll air that, and then once you win, we'll hit you up on the side, get your, Amazon digitally.
Yeah, we get your Amazon account, and we'll send it digitally over to you. So easy money. Share the podcast. We know you're listening. And
are we considering Facebook shares?
Yeah, any shares. Let's get this thing rolling. Share it on all the platforms.
Club Penguin? Does that work?
If you got a Club Penguin, type a little bubble, be like, listen to Life's a Party. Here's a link. There you go.
So hit share. You could win $25. You could freaking buy I don't know what people buy. That's like 20 fidget spinners or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought
things you can buy for $25.
But definitely share it. Come on now. We're all having a good time. This podcast is progressing.
We're getting there. So you want to talk about like things to come? And then we get to, what like we're talking about. We want you to share, and we want you guys to, if you like the podcast, tell your friends. Tell your kids. Tell your grandfather. Be like, yo, Pops, Listen to Life's a Party.
You're not doing anything. You're sitting there watching Family Feud at 9 hours a day.
You know what I mean?
Pop Life's a Party on.
Be like, yo, Grandma, how's HGTV? You need something new? Life's a Party. Tell people what's up.
Life's a Party. What's that?
So, we're doing a lot, like, talking about kind of, what we're
Paul's working on the set. We're going to get a little upgrade soon.
We're going to do some stuff with the set, try to look at a little nicer for y'all. We started a Patreon page, but I haven't really worked at the kinks yet. So that's something we're looking forward to. If you know what Patreon is, ways you can support us in the future. But honestly, like a really big thing to help us grow is just word of mouth. You keep telling people, if you like the show, tell your friends, man. Like, show them how to get to it. Show them Spotify. Show them the YouTube. Show them whatever. Like, it does a lot for us.
Yeah, let your friends know, man.
Even if you just, not a contest. You like the show, share it. Like, that's all you can do. We appreciate y'all for listening. Like, it's great.
It's a great show. Pop on, have a cold beer, drink with your friends, chill in the background.
Y'all are partiers now.
Why you keep saying y'all?
Y'all
from Tennessee, you better listen to Life's a Party podcast sharing in Tennessee.
We're
pour me another drink.
Great song. You guys are partiers, and
you force that in all the time.
Partiers, baby. Partied up. Hashtag partied up. Hashtag Life's a Party, and hashtag party time. So,
all right, before we get to the movie of the week, I just want to touch base on bets of the week.
Okay.
I know there's a couple degenerates out there, a couple gamblers out there watching. I know a couple of you. If you took my bets, what's today? Monday? If you took it on Monday, Labor Day.
Yeah,
almost said Memorial Day. I put 2 bets out, and they both hit. So definitely, if you're a bettor out there, stay tuned on our Instagram story. Maybe turn the notifications on. I don't know.
Maybe.
That could help you get some cash, but
definitely
stay tuned. I'll post another bet on Tuesday. Paul's going to switch over to movie, not a movie of the week. We're doing stand-up comedy, which is close to my heart.
We're going to switch it up. So something that we like doing on the show is that for the movie of the week, that we keep kind of switching it up and that we give everyone a chance to maybe join in. So if you don't join one week because you're like, I don't really like that type of film, or hey, I don't really like that, or hey, I don't feel comfortable going to the movies. Maybe you don't yet. What we're gonna do this week, we're gonna do a comedy special, and Ryan loves comedy. We both do, and I like it too. And we thought it'd be cool to like kind of watch a comedy special on Netflix because they got a bunch. A guy that's pretty big in the industry, but we both don't know that well. Watch his latest special, talk about it, talk about him as, if we like him, we like his style, what things maybe other comedians do that we like. And we thought that'd be different. And it's easier. It's a lot.
It's an hour long.
It's an hour. So it's a little shorter. I think it's a great. So it's on Netflix. You're going to watch Bill Burr, Paper Tiger. So that's his newest special, the comedian Bill Burr.
Came out in 2019?
Yeah. So 2019 hour-long comedy special on Netflix. Bill Burr, Paper Tiger. We're going to post it on our story so you can see it for the movie of the week. And
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, my favorite comedians, Kevin Hart, easy.
Yeah.
Sebastian Maniscalco,
great.
Tom Segura,
Great.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr, like, I know is highly regarded as one of the top tier comedians. Like, all those guys respect Bill Burr. And some may even like crafted their material or their style around Bill Burr, just because he's older and he kind of came from the ground up as well with his material, and he's very well respected in the industry.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that I haven't even heard, like, I know him, but I've never turned on one of his stand-ups to watch. So I'm excited. We're both kind of going into it raw.
Yeah.
Kids show.
Kids show. Hey, raw. Hey.
Kids show. But yeah, we're going into it pretty much not knowing much about Bill Burr and his style and his material, so it's excited. So it'll be something good to break down, and look forward to that next week on the show.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it for us.
That's all, folks. What's that, Bugs Bunny?
No, it's Porky Pig. That's all, folks.
Oh, man.
So,
all right.
That's our show. Episode 8, we're done.
It's episode 9, Paul.
Oh, shit.
This thing's flying. That's 9 weeks.
Yes,
Time
we're already
flies.
getting there. I know. We're doing a lot. Like, it's dope. So
it's getting exciting. Every week gets exciting. Next week, we're going to start doing some more drinking stuff.
We talked about it. We're going to be doing a little more drinking. and maybe some drinking segments.
Maybe like we'll blindfold you and have a beer guessing.
I told you. I think that's a great idea.
All right, we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll get a little turn
tipsy.
up tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next episode. So excited about that. Definitely stay tuned. As always, music take us out. Love you guys. Please watch
Peace.
the episode.
Thanks
Please
for
share it.
listening.
We out.